Trying to sneak around without getting detected is definitely a challenging task, but trying to do so with dogs around makes it an almost impossible one. Snakes discover this every single day, but they never live long enough to learn from their mistakes, which is exactly what we're about to see today. Doberman dogs are known for their exceptional bravery, and here we see why. These two surrounded a coiled snake in the backyard and were ready to strike. The snake lunged twice at the nearest dog, but missed it both times. Then the other Doberman surprised the snake, grabbing it from behind with a quick bite. Shaking the snake violently, the brave dog prevented the serpent from doing much or fighting back. It held onto it tightly for about a minute, and when it finally let go of it, the snake was a lifeless corpse. It's always good to have dogs like these around a big house, especially if you have a lot of land around it. They keep the kids safe while playing outside and save you from having to keep an eye on them 24/7. What a tense morning this was! As you can see, this guy was walking down the road when he noticed a snake, and he completely froze and couldn't get past it. The Doberman was ahead of his owner, and the man was trying to film it while playing. The protective dog noticed something wrong, and it came running to see what was wrong. But as it was heading towards its owner, the dog spotted the snake and immediately realized what was happening. The brave canine then unleashed its fury on the serpent and ended up shaking it so violently that it sent it flying by mistake. After hearing his two dogs barking loudly, this farm owner rushed to find them, as they sounded like they were trying to fight or call attention to something, which turned out to be a relatively big snake that was under a small trailer that he had in the farm. One of the dogs took the first step and attacked the snake, removing all fear since they were both small in size. The first dog grabbed the reptile and violently shook it left and right, and the other one bit its head from the opposite side. The angry dogs then proceeded to play tug of war with the poor snake until it died. It first looked like these two small dogs were barking at one another, but it soon became clear that they weren't. They were actually barking at a small snake that was right in front of them. The young girl who owned the dogs took her phone out and started filming, and the little dogs were brave enough to put on a good show. One of them suddenly attacked the snake and started biting and circling it, and while trying to slither away, the snake was surprised by how aggressive the dog's attack was, and it was able to snatch it out of its hiding place before it started shaking it to death. Isn't it incredible how fast pets can sense danger? This man rushed to the room where he kept his birds after hearing them screech, only to find a large snake had entered one of the cages and was trying to eat the birds. The man was too scared to approach, but he was able to take his phone out and film the incident while trying to ask for help. But just at the right moment, his dog came in and was able to attack the snake and save his owner and the birds. The dog's reaction was very quick and very effective, eliminating the threat instantly without getting hurt. Finding themselves face to face with the giant king cobra, these two dogs had no choice but to defend themselves. The dog's plan was simple: attack the snake from multiple angles and keep it distracted and its attention divided while trying to avoid its fangs, as a single bite would be enough to kill them. The dogs were doing a flawless job avoiding the giant snake's bites, and they seemed like they were going to kill it without much trouble. But their owner was very concerned for their safety, and after calling for help, a specialist came in and captured the snake, displaying how huge it was in front of the camera. Here we have a snake that made the fatal error of approaching a large group of dogs. Granted, a lot of the dogs were little pups, and the older ones weren't very big either, but there was no way that the snake could keep up with all of them. The older dogs were concerned for the younger one's safety and decided to risk their own lives and attack. The snake tried to counterattack, but it was obviously getting destroyed. The snake decided to escape, but it had nowhere to go. And I think it's pretty clear what happened next. No matter how big a snake may be, they're all built the same way with very similar sensing abilities. And they all malfunction when facing multiple opponents. They're usually patient and precise, but there's no way that's gonna work when you're being attacked from all angles at once, and they end up losing most of their powers. This one was no different, of course, and the dogs were able to literally wipe the floor with it. Dogs are also built the same way, and they're all unreasonably brave. As you can see here, this dog was bit by a gigantic anaconda, and the hungry snake was trying to wrap itself around it to end its life. But what you don't know is that the dog was the one to attack first, and it spotted the snake and tried to protect everyone from it. Thankfully, some brave souls were close by, and they were able to free the poor dog after wrestling the giant serpent. A rattlesnake spotted someone with their dog near the swamp, and it very quickly moved towards them to try and attack the dog. The snake wasn't a venomous one, but it was being very aggressive, attempting to attack both the dog and its owner, who was trying to film its strange behavior. There was no possible way that the snake was going to eat any of them, even if it did manage to kill them. So why was it even trying to do that? Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.